Oh, we can't plant beans. It's too early. I'm dumb.
Oh, okay. So, can we plant sorghum this early?
We can not. We can plant the sugar beets.
Okay.
All right, let's go find a smaller field. I don't think we want to plant sugar beets in a big field, do we?
That's
Hey,
totally up to you.
if you had more... Oh, you're still on the road? Oh, you're not going to be at home tonight, are you, Left? From Canada to Texas, huh? Dang, bro.
Oh, so no Fortnite tonight?
We can still do it. I mean, we can still play, right?
I don't care.
I'm down for a bonus stream.
Sure.
Sure. I got to get some of my hours back, right?
True.
Y'all are going to be claiming, like, abandonment soon, you know? Oh, goodness. I got to get some of my hours back. Otherwise, people are going to start to riot. We don't want that, chat.
Gosh.
All right. Build up again. Why not? And then sugar beets. What?
No. No, 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 no.
Did the train tracks get you?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a spot to cross up here that's
I know, and I still get caught on that.
over here.
Yes.
Really?
I've gotten caught on that in my game, and yeah, I'm stuck.
I would really hate to see a train come down the tracks right now.
Would you like to come
I'm running.
man me over?
I'm a running. Be a real shame if there was a train coming. Dang it, there's no train. Dang it. Oh. We're not cooperating.
Oh.
Fine. There you go. Got it.
Maybe. There we go. Thank you.
A little assistance, but it's fine.
I don't know why, and it doesn't matter where I cross on those tracks, I get stuck.
Really?
Yep. Even I got stuck the other day on mine. Thank goodness there wasn't a train coming.
That sounds like a you problem.
Probably is. Where's the seed? Or is that it over there?
There's a little bin, yeah, right in front of where you're going there. Yep. Left Toronto yesterday. Dang, Left. You enjoyed home for 10 seconds. Wow. That's crazy, Left. Stuck Roomba sounds about right.
Alright now.
No, like the real Roombas. They get stuck all the time, right? I think. I don't know. I don't have one. I'm not fancy enough to have a robot vacuum.
No, I don't either.
Not that that's really like fancy people. I don't know. It's not me. That's not me.
I wish I had one. Because I hate vacuuming.
Alright. Here's a thought. Just don't vacuum.
Well. No.
It's a joke. It's a joke, I swear. It's a prank, bro. Alright, so I'm going to play the sugar beets over here in what I call the 13 field.
Okay.
West of the homestead. That'll be fun, right? If I can do this right. There we go. I did it. Hooray. Just buy new carpet every month or so. Seems right. Check John for dirty socks. You know, I was the kid growing up that, like, I would just run outside with socks on and no shoes. So my socks always were dirty growing up because of that. I was also the barefoot kid a lot growing up. Like,
Oh,
just
me too.
outside. Yeah.
I hated shoes when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Don't really care for them much now either.
To be honest, as soon as I walk in the house, my shoes are off.
Yep, that's the first thing that comes off.
That's pretty much the way it is today, yeah. I'm done. I don't want them.
Okay, I'm having problems over here with this cedar.
Oh,
I
what's up?
think I'm too close, or
Hang on. Hit, and it's the other tank. There you go. Hit it one more time. Or no, you're good. Hit R. Good work.
no.
There is seed in the bin. Pull forward a little bit. Should be right.
Got too far.
No, a little more. More, right there. It started to.
Yeah. Ah, come on.
Oh, okay. Wait, hang on. Hit N twice. Or at least once. I don't know. I always get confused on which bin it actually is. Okay, no. Yeah, there you go. Now try.
That should be the seeds. There we go.
Hey, look at that.
Now we're cooking with bacon grease.
Bacon grease, huh? All right. All right. Besides, what if I wear black socks? Then you can't see the dirt. Thoughts?
Yeah. All right, now which field am I going to? What am I planting?
If you want to come over here, that's fine. We need to plant soy and sorghum, and we can't plant either of those today. So, basically, we're down to planting the sugar beets for right now.
Okay.
But two of these seeders in this field ought to get this done really fast. That's all I know. Although really on a field like this, you spend more time doing end rows than you do going back and forth almost. Okay. Okay. Want to make sure that guy is fertilizing down there in 32. He just got going. Might have to give him assistance eventually because it's going to take him forever down there. Pretty much anything in 32 needs assistance because it takes so long because it's such a big field. That's okay. Trent, you got that grain bin done yet? What?
Thoughts on field, this field 10 up here?
Yeah.
What are you gonna plant on it?
We plant sugar beets there too.
Well, you want me just to plant sugar beets up here?
Yeah, it's fine. Go ahead. I like sugar beets. Maybe it'll actually force us to buy some root crop harvesters finally. Only been talking about it since like we started playing this map, so maybe this will be the time.
I mean, I was just thinking since it was barren.
Yeah. Might as well. Might as well. I just really wonder if the guy, like, I'm thinking way too much about this whole like dumpster situation, but I really wonder if the guy's gonna like try to catch dad and be like, hey, sorry, I didn't want him to put it there. You know, or like, did he catch dad this morning on dad's way out the door? Like, hey, do you mind if we put a dumpster in front of your house? Like, I just wonder. I don't know. Got the top ring done. Got you, Trent. Okay. All right. You know, I bet grain bin assembly is something that most people have no clue how it actually happens, right? Does that make sense? I bet most people don't have a clue how grain bins are actually built.
I've watched YouTube videos on it.
I'll say, you know, they're built from the top down, right?
Mm-hmm.
Basically. kind of crazy, honestly. Now, that is one thing I've never had the pleasure of building a grain bin or being in. We did take a grain bin down once. One ring at a time. True. Austin, what's going on, man? How you been? We took a grain bin down, but we didn't take it apart piece by piece. We actually cut it into 4 pieces. It was not a big grain bin, but my uncle wanted it for like a roof. He was going to take the pieces of grain bin and make a roof and then build like sidewalls out of wood. And they stood in our combine shed for, I don't know, maybe 10 years, and he never came and got it. So we ended up cutting it apart and scrapping it. So yeah, working on the roof. Gotcha, Trent. Yeah, we just ended up cutting the thing apart. He never came to get it, so.
I think 10 years is long enough to wait.
Yeah, basically. I don't really remember why we wanted to tear it down in the first place. It was probably one of those things that was just in the way of, like, you know, if nobody used it, what's the point of having it kind of thing. I'm pretty sure is why it got torn down. It was not a big grain bin. It was tiny. It was a little tiny guy. But that was the time we had the bucket on the 995 way up in the air, and we were chaining parts of the grain bin to the bucket. And so Dad's cutting with a Sawzall, because again, we didn't take the bin apart, we cut it. Dad's cutting with a Sawzall, and I'm on the tractor. And when his cut went through, a piece of that grain bin was, you know, swinging off the bucket. And the bucket was way up in the air, so it brings it back over the hood of the tractor, and that something gave way. I don't know if a chain broke or slipped or something, and I don't know. There's paint from the grain bin on the hood of the 995, and I'm pretty sure I saw my life flash before my eyes that day. And that we chalked that up as like one of the times Dad tried to kill me on the farm. Was that grain bin incident? So, but you know, I feel like a lot of people that grew up around farms have those stories. So like, yeah, my dad or my grandpa or uncle or whoever tried to kill me on the farm by doing XYZ. Well, that was one of my stories of, yeah, Dad tried to kill me on the farm. Because I think I even like put my arms up and like tried to shield myself because I was like, I'm gonna die. This is it. But yeah, that was kind of terrifying. Just a fourth of a grain bin coming flying at you. You know, it'll buff. They were very heavy, but we could carry, I don't know, those sections. I think we put like 4 or 5 people. We had like these big hooks, and you'd hook them underneath there and then kind of balance with your other hand. Like 5 people could carry it. We're not talking about a ton of weight, but like at the same time, when it's flying at your face, it's not fun.
Was like sheet metal.
Basically, that's what a grain bin is. Yeah, it's heavy sheet metal.
That stuff can cut you bad.
Yeah, especially where we'd cut it with a Sawzall. It was very sharp. Yeah, it was not fun.
I could have decapitated you.
It could have, yeah. That could have been the end of old John Plow right there. That could have been it. 10 years old or something. Done. No, I did not want to play catch with Dad. Not that day. And fun fact, I don't think I ever have played catch with Dad. He was always busy working when I was growing up, so I don't think I ever did, to be honest. That's okay. It's all good. That's what the neighborhood kids were for. Yeah, bet. Or that. We used to have a basketball hoop in our backyard. Speaking of playing catch, right? Okay, I know it's random, but bear with me. We used to have a basketball hoop in our backyard, and like, you know, I'm one of 7 kids, so we were always outside growing up. And we would play so much basketball in the backyard that we just had like a dirt patch back there because we were always out there playing basketball. especially the three oldest boys in the family. They were always outside playing basketball. And one day, I don't remember. I remember who it was. We were kind of playing basketball, whatever, and he didn't say anything, and he passed me the ball. It ended up being the brother that I don't like today, that I have problems with. But it was one of those things where like you throw the ball to somebody, they're not paying attention, and at the last second they turn and they're staring right at the ball as it's coming right into their face. Yeah, I got hit square in the face by a basketball one time. I like fell, and seeing Tweety Bird and stuff, you know, that was, oh, yeah, it was bad. Yeah, it was like the football incident from the Brady Bunch. Remember that?
Oh yeah.
Marshall. Oh yeah, right in the face, man. Oh, dude, it hurt. I don't know how he didn't break my nose, but he didn't. I'd have been more like forehead, actually. I just remember it hurting, and I went in the house crying. That's all I remember. But like the basketball was coming at me in slow motion. It's like, oh, it's getting bigger. Oh gosh, that was a good time. Yeah. But yeah, I don't even know how many years, but we just had like a dirt patch in our backyard. I can remember even they would like take rakes out once in a while and like rake it off, rake the dirt around a little bit and stuff. Yeah. We used to dig holes in the backyard for fun. We would go out in our garden and just dig holes. We'd be like 6 feet deep just for fun on a Tuesday in the summer. Life was simple back then, you know. Just go out and dig a hole in the garden for fun. You bet. Actually, we used to, depending on what was planted and stuff in the garden, we could build like ponds in the garden, and then we'd have like little rivers connect them. We'd take the garden hose out there and like turn the garden hose on, and we'd have like a series of ponds and rivers and stuff all through the garden. That was fun. That was a good time. Sure, I'm not the only one that ever did that. That was a good time. Kind of used to do that when we'd get a snow melt here too. We would go out along the front curb with like snow that was shoveled off the driveway or whatever, and use it to build like a series of dams along like the curb. And that was kind of fun. Back in the day, man, life was simple back then, wasn't it?
Wasn't it though? And we couldn't wait to grow up.
Yep. I want to go back.
Exactly.
Can we go back in time? Hello? Where's Marty at and Doc with the DeLorean, huh?
Yeah, if we only knew then what we know now, we wouldn't have been in such a hurry to grow up.
That's right.
That's for sure.
Gotcha. Most definitely. But it is what it is. All right, we're gonna have a smorgasbord planted here, aren't we? Gonna have a little bit of everything.
Turning out to be that way, yeah.
Yeah, we got sunflowers. What do we plant down there? What is that? Canola?
Canola, yeah.
Obviously, grass. We have our sugar cane. We have sugar beets. We have what is that up there? Millet? Rye. Big field of rye planted. There in 30. In time, we're gonna have what else are we planting? We're gonna plant sorghum and soybeans. Oh yeah, a little bit of everything. I'm here for it.
Smorgasbord.
A little bit, yeah. A little bit. That's okay. And I bet on the Friday map we plant more soybeans. Imagine that, right?
Mm.
And we made some pretty good money on there last week.
Yeah, we did, actually.
Yeah. Maybe this week I will, well, depending on what we're doing Saturday. Because I still don't know what we're doing Saturday. But we'll see. Not quite sure yet. We'll find out. I'll know, probably Thursday what we're doing Saturday. Which I know is not a lot of notice. Either way, there will be a stream Saturday. It'll just probably be delayed. I have a feeling we're going to want to go to that auction. Because if nothing else, it's fun just to be nosy, you know? Although it's not at a farm. It's at like an auction house. The farm, like on-farm auctions are the best.
Right, yeah.
Because then you get to be nosy. Although we went to one back in the spring, kind of, and it was at the, I wouldn't call it a farm, but kind of a farm. And they even had like stuff in the basement of the house. They had to go down there and auction off, and we're just like, no, we're not that nosy. Community server is Friday, Sean. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. It will be Friday. And either I start at 3 or I'll try to start early. We'll see. But Friday's a long ways away. We'll see how that goes, right?
Exactly.
Never know. Wow, Trent. Every stream is delayed, huh? Gosh. Well, hey, once we get out of August here, I don't think I have anything in September that's going to take me away from streaming. Not that I'm aware of, okay? So, we'll be back to our regular scheduled program in September. So, yeah, how about that, chat? That's good, right?
Sure, sure.
Won't be missing, you know, all the Saturdays, okay? Although I think right now the plan is if we go to this auction like Saturday, we're not going to go to the one on like the 31st. Because there's another auction, but it's like really far away. Another like fall consignment type thing. Which is crazy to say fall consignment sales are like, you know, this Saturday. But they want to get them done before like people have harvest and stuff and they're all busy. So.
True.
I guess you call it fall and it's, you know, still summer. I guess. I don't know. I wonder if they'll have any like pumpkin spice anything there, you know?
Probably.
I don't know.
And
They'll...
For the record, I don't do pumpkin spice on anything except pumpkin pie.
What about actual pumpkin though?
No.
Like pumpkin muffins?
No.
No?
I make a pumpkin cake.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that and pumpkin pie, that's the only thing I like pumpkin.
Okay.
I'm not a big pumpkin person.
Gotcha.
I don't want pumpkin creamer for my coffee and I just, yeah.
You'll have 20, what? I don't know, Bells. I will be streaming a lot on the 12th of November, starting the 12th, yeah.
At midnight on the 11th.
Whenever the game comes out. Yeah.
I have a feeling it'll come out at midnight on the 11th. Well, it'd be the 12th then.
Midnight where?
My time. Well, your time too, I would
I
imagine.
don't know.
No, probably 11 o'clock your time. I don't know.
I don't know.
They're in Germany, aren't they?
Yep.
Okay, so they're 6 hours ahead of us.
So it might come
or
out at
me, they're 7
6
hours ahead of you.
Yeah.
True. I didn't think about that.
I don't know. Plugger, what's going on? How are you? Welcome in.
Well, Steam will give us a countdown, won't they?
Steam will give us a countdown eventually, yeah. So I'll base it on that, yeah.
Yeah, that's...
So if that says probably, most likely once it says with less than an hour, that's like when I'll hit go.
Yeah.
And just chat until,
Well, we can just sit there and talk about it till it comes out.
we can just sit there and say how excited we are for an hour. Oh boy. Yeah. Time like 4 a.m. EU.
I used to get excited about truck sim maps.
Okay.
Like when they released Washington, I sat there and watched the countdown.
Oh,
I was
no.
watching the stream. Oh yeah, I used to be really big into ATS, but
Yeah.
not so much anymore.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow. I mean, I could remember going to midnight video game launches. Halo 3.
Yeah.
I think that was I didn't go to many. I think that was the one I went to. We may have gone over for Halo 4 as well. But once stuff started going digital.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? That's what it was. No, Halo 3, we went in the morning. We went at like 5 a.m. to Target. Or they opened at 6, but we were like in the car waiting outside Target at like 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning. I think it was Halo 4. Yeah, we went to like a GameStop. Midnight lunch. That's fine, Sean. I'll be live. Whatever time it comes out, I'll be live. It doesn't matter.
Okay, so what are you planning on planting on that field right at the home garage or home field? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Home field. I don't know. What should we plant there?
That's why I ask you.
Want to plant more sugar beets?
I mean, that's up to you. I have no problem planting more sugar beets.
Or do we need, we don't need potatoes, right? Let's just do some more sugar beets. Why not? These are small fields. Why not? Was 1 p.m. German? 5 a.m.? Yeah. I don't know. Like I said, whatever time it's going to go live, because we'll have our countdown, from Steam. So, during the countdown, like once it says, less than 12 hours, like I can plan my day and go get a nap, so 7 hours ahead. Gotcha. So, we'll figure it out. There's plenty of time,
Well, you're up to usually till 4 o'clock in the morning anyway, so, a normal day for you.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, season. Go ahead.
Or, if I have to get a nap before, it's not a big deal as I yawn, So, it's fine. We'll figure it out. We'll know more when it's a lot closer to actually launching. We can watch ER while we wait, Or wait.
I'll be done with it by then.
Oh, I guarantee you will.
Well done. Oh, I'm on season 10 now, but
If I don't ramp up soon, because think about it, when 25 comes out, I won't have any free time. So I gotta watch. I haven't watched any since like Thursday. I know.
I'm sad that I'm already on season 10. I need to slow down because this ain't gonna be over with for me, and I'm sad.
I went in the house to watch Big Brother with Dad on Sunday night, and stuff was happening. And they were talking about it, and I was like, "Wait a minute! I never watched like Thursday's Big Brother, which is like
You're totally lost.
It's their live show on Thursday, so it's like a lot happens. They evict somebody, right? It's a big deal." And so I'm like, wait a minute, I don't know what's going on here. So we watched Sundays, and then he had Thursday still, so we sat there and watched it too.
Wow.
I was like, well, I've been playing SnowRunner with the guys at night, so that cuts into my, free,
that's your ER time and your Big Brother time.
My free TV time or YouTube time, yeah. So, but it's all good. Plus, this weekend, I'm not gonna lie, I slept a lot. When normally I would be up watching TV or whatever, I slept a lot. In fact, Sunday when we came home from Saturday from the farm show. We came home from the farm show, and we had our Casey's pizza with us, right? I got a plate of pizza. I brought a Mountain Dew out here. And I had my water thermos thing, my whatever you want to call it, right? And I made up Gatorade in it because I knew I was dehydrated or, a little low on fluids, right? And that holds 40 ounces. Okay, so I made that up as Gatorade, right?
All right.
I remember eating. I remember drinking some of the Mountain Dew. And I was watching YouTube. The next thing I know, I wake up. It's like 2 o'clock in the morning. My plate of pizza, my plate was off over on the wheel set, which that's fine, whatever. My Mountain Dew was empty, sitting in front of me still. And that 40 ounces of Gatorade was gone.
Oh, wow.
I don't remember drinking it.
Oh, wow.
But it was gone. But I have no memory of it. So I guess I was Gatorading and sleeping. I don't know.
That's scary.
I was hydrating and sleeping all at the same time. I don't know. It was wild. And then I kind of staggered to the house, took a shower, and went to bed. So, not a memory at all of drinking the Gatorade. I don't even remember opening it. I know it was sitting over here to the right of my mouse, but it was empty.
Are you sure you're the one that drank it?
Well, who else would have?
Oh, I don't know.
I have no idea. Not a clue. I was so tired when we came home from the farm show. Of course, I only got like 3 hours sleep the night before because I don't know about y'all, but if I have something I need to get up early for,
yeah,
and I'm like excited for, like a farm show, I don't sleep.
Yeah.
I have a terrible time going to sleep before anything the next day. And so, yeah, I only got like 3 hours sleep before the farm show. So when we came home that night, oh, I know what did it to me. I know what did that to me. Zach has like a little tradition now when we go to Casey's to get the pizza after the farm show. He'll go in and buy himself a Reese's Fast Break, and he buys one for me, and he buys a Rice Krispie treat for Dad. It's like his little thing. I don't know. It's fine. It's funny. I had the Reese's Fast Break. I haven't had one of those in like a year and a half, probably, or a year. And so like maybe the sugar got me, like just knocked me out.
No, or that should have amped you up.
Usually it knocks me out, to be honest. Or it was the 3 hours of sleep that I got the night before. So, but either way, I just have no memory of drinking that Gatorade. So I think it's funny personally. All right, I got to do something different with that John Deere. That John Deere sprayer, for some reason, does not drive past the bin in the homestead and like go continue his job. So he gets stuck here every time. Apparently, he comes to fill. So, hate to tell you, John Deere, but you're fired. Oh, and he doesn't even fill.
He is the weakest link.
Yeah. Didn't even fill up, and then he just sits at the bin there, so. Well, I should at least turn it off. Alright, let's get a tractor on the tow behind sprayer and actually get something done. We gotta fertilize that whole field down yonder. 32. Which obviously takes a minute, but with the tow behind it'll be fine. Alright, let's get this set up. We want to fill at the home. And then we want to go to 32. Back this in. Yeah, these rollers are so awkward to back in, y'all. Just for the record. They kind of have a mind of their own a little bit. They kind of do what they want to do. That's kind of just that. And there's a shed in the way. The whole thing. Good enough for me. Actually got a third one. I got to figure out where I'm going to park that. I got to organize the tillage tools too. I don't know what's up with that. The way they're parked is kind of awkward right now. That's okay. And we need to empty the herbicide out of this. All the things to do, chat. Because at least with this tow behind sprayer, the capacity is so much better for fertilizing. You spend too much time refilling the self-propelleds, in my opinion, so. My preferred method is the tow behind. But we'll let him empty out for a minute while we jump fields here. We can use the John Deere, we just can't have it autofill. Apparently, it doesn't like to, does not like to refill, which is unfortunate, honestly. Because that's all he got done. Now, whole time. So, not to mention we have 3 more fields for him to do. Oh well. It happens. Get across the bridge without taking out the bridge. Leave that parked there for a second. Grab this guy. Should be empty-ish by now. Not at all. Dang. Cancel that so it's off of auto drive. Horseplay. The one downside to the sprayer, the unload rate is next to nothing today. Should have had that number tweaked a little bit too, huh? That's okay. It builds character or something. Alright, got 125,000 liters of liquid fertilizer here, so we're in good shape there. Oh, we got too many things on the screen. There we go. Alright. Alright, let's get this going down there. Oh, thinking about it. Alright. Well, let's try to fill herbicide. Let's go liquid fertilizer. There we go. And then we'll run into the... Okay. Awkward much, buddy? Try that again. Alright, he's going to 32. He'll go start his job. Good, finally. Alright. You know, I should probably get some other, Kimmy, I think I'm gonna let you seed this field and I'll work on fertilizing some of this other stuff.
Okay, not a problem. Which field is that?
What field is what?
Oh, the one I'm on?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or at least I'm gonna go get another sprayer
Yeah,
going.
it's not that big a field anyway.
Yeah. I'll leave my seeder here and I'm gonna get another sprayer going, then I can come help you. Because we kind of have, well, we got a couple fields that need to be fertilized. And of course it has herbicide in it. How convenient, all the sprayers have herbicide in them. Imagine that. It's like we were herbiciding last or something. Interesting. Alright, let's unload that. Alright. Come on. Liquid fertilizer, liquid fertilizer. Let's go. Could just do this manually, but what fun is that, right?
Mm-hmm.
When I have the technology Automate this. What fun is it to do it myself? I can do it a whole lot faster. Okay, doesn't like that field, so we'll just do it ourselves then. Fine, be that way. I have the technology, it just doesn't work. That's fine. It'll buff. No big deal. Come on. All right. Auto rate and let's go. Okay, Big Deborah, I thought you changed your name again, but for a second I thought it was different, but no, that's the same one. You're never gonna keep I could go through the bot, Big Deborah, and add up all your hours from your different names. I don't know half your names. You know, you've had so many over the years. Gotta add them all up for you. Because you definitely have more than 60 hours in here. That's just on that name. That's kind of funny, actually. Always forget that, though, when people change their names. The bot does not carry over bales or hours. Some people get grumpy about it, too. It's kind of funny. Some people get mad when you take their bales unexpectedly without notice, too. I don't know why.
I don't know why people do that.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
No. Maybe because we hung around to get all those bills and then they just get taken away. I mean,
it might be. I don't know. Jury's still out on that one. But you didn't see it in the fine print that I can take them whenever I want?
no, there was no fine print.
Oh,
when I
there's
signed
fine
the
print.
contract.
Yep. No, you probably just can't see it. It's real fine.
Probably not. Probably didn't have my glasses on.
It's a real small print, okay?
I don't know if you noticed, but like for like a week after you did that, everybody that came into your chat was checking to see if
Yeah, I
they
know.
had the bills.
I know.
I thought it was hilarious. I thought that part was hilarious. Everybody was checking to make sure you hadn't taken her.
Have they locked up the bail thief? I don't know. Plenty of bills. What if I take them again, though?
Well,
What if I just take them again, chat, huh? There's always fine print, chat. Always. There's always fine print. Now, I don't mind resetting them once in a while. You know, if we are going to be doing giveaways, I think it's fun to reset them. You know, I do want to reward the people that are here all the time with, say, a giveaway. But, like, I don't know. It doesn't cost, or it doesn't take that much time to earn your bales back. You know? That's the other thing. It doesn't take a lot of time to earn them back. Oh, yeah. You know, you could be like some people, just leave a tab open. Like, all the time. And then you get your bales back really fast. And then it's not a big deal, right?
exactly.
Not a big deal. Wow, that was almost one. Holy cow. I need to go get the milk tanker and put some fertilizer in it. Send it to the field. Dang. Just have to stream more so you can get them back faster. Wow. So maybe in September. August is kind of cooked, okay? I'm just saying. But you know, honestly, this is kind of what Dad and I have been wanting. Not so much like the missing the stream time, but you know, the option, if we want to go to a farm auction, we can go. Because for years it was, oh, there's a farm auction, but Dad has to work. Dad can't get off work. Dad can't get off work. Yeah, you know, that was always the thing. And now it's like, well, Dad only works 2 days a week. And to be honest, they don't really care if he's there. So if he wants another day off, he can take a, you know, if he needs a Friday off for a doctor or a Tuesday, he can just take the day off. They don't care. So that's, you know, we've been wanting this for years and years and years. So we finally have it, you know? So, like, I feel bad about missing stream time, but at the same time, like, it'll buff, you know what I mean? So, because that is the beauty of doing what I do, is that I'm my own boss. I can set my hours, although technically, kind of in a way, y'all are kind of my boss at the same time, so. But it's great that, you know, you guys are very understanding. You guys, you know.
Well, some of us are.
Some of you are understanding. Just saying. Just saying. And, you know, honestly, I try not to say no to Dad. Like, if he wants to go do whatever, I try to say yes. All the time.
I don't blame you there.
Because, you know, there's only so many more years, you know?
Exactly.
So, from that aspect, like, I try to say yes as much as possible. We're not the boss, just the payroll department. I'll ask you, well, I mean, you're not wrong. Yeah. So, you know, from that point of view, I hope people can understand that, like, you know, he's like 75, you know? There's only so many more years, unfortunately, so. I try to say yes to everything. You know, if he wants me to go on a parts run with him down to the city, to a lawn and garden dealer, sign me up. I'll go ride with you in the truck. I don't care. Like, I got no interest in going, to be honest, but if he wants to go do it, I'm down. You know? The other day he was talking about a, oh, I'm not going to say what town, but a small town in Missouri north of us. There's a lawn and garden shop that's like, he's old buddies with the guy, and he's talking about the other day, talking about like going up there and maybe seeing him. And I was like, sure, let's go. I'm not going to say no to that. Just to go say hi to the guy, you know, whatever. Pops wants to do that. Let's go. By the way, chat, first time is home, so expect a stream interruption in a minute.
Oops.
For the dumpster. Farmer, what's going on, man? How you doing today? What's popping? So just wait, chat. It'll probably happen. It might not. We'll see. You know, I don't remember if I can fill from that tanker, actually. Or if I need that one that we haul manure or slurry in. Now that I, you know, got it full of liquid manure or liquid fertilizer and sent it up here. I don't remember if I could fill from that one, but that's okay. It's all good. You're playing on Alma? What a great map, by the way. Farmer, I'm doing great, man. It's a good day. You know, sun's shining for the most part. It's like upper 70s. I'm hanging out with my friends. I'm farming. Wait, I said friends.
You said that word.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean it. I'm hanging out with my online acquaintances. You know, I get to play Farm Sim. I haven't played Farm Sim since Friday. So it's a good day, man. It's a good day. I'm not 6 feet, you know, below the earth, so it's a good day. Right? Just say it. Alright. Fertilizing. Let's go. Hopefully Buddy's gonna get some. Probably gonna end up down there helping him too. So yeah, it's a good day. I haven't been threatened with matches yet today, so like it's a good day, you know? It's a good day. Oh yeah. Oh man. I don't know why that's kind of weird. Kind of weird. Discord's doing weird things. Yeah. And strange. Actually, I want to try this tonight. I bought a new game yesterday, chat. We briefly talked about it last night, but I don't think it's going to be for stream. I think it's going to be for me and all my spare time I have.
What game?
It's called Shapes 2. And it's like a factory game, but the whole premise of the game is you build these different shapes. And you start with like simple shapes, and then you have to like slice them and dice them and rotate them and paint them and like all this different stuff to make these different shapes. It looks interesting. It really does. I watched part of a stream about it, and I watched some YouTube yesterday about it. Well, I was sold. So I went and bought it. Like a $20 early access game. So I was like, yeah, it's not bad. Let's make it happen. So I think that would be a good game to like, you know, play while like watching ER. Right? Because you're more so listening, right?
Yeah.
At least when I watch like TV or whatever. Unless it's Game of Thrones, I'm mostly listening. So yeah. It's a whole thing. Tonight. I mean, tonight, like after Lego. Oh, else. Like when I'm not John from Puma Plow anymore, and I'm just, you know, Fred Twitch, you know, like after stream. Because what am I gonna go to bed or something? No, I'm gonna stay up and putz around on the computer till like 5 o'clock in the morning. Come on, that's what I do. And then wonder why I'm tired tomorrow, you know? It seems like something I would do. So, yeah. That's okay. But yeah, we are going to play some Lego tonight, I guess. For a little bit. Maybe it won't be like a 4-hour stream. It'll be a little shorter than that. Like 2.5, 3 hours. Something like that. Little bonus couple hours tonight. We'll do that after dinner. I don't know what I'm making for dinner. I think it might be a pancake night. It could be a leftover pizza night, but I know the family's getting tired of that. So we still have Casey's in the fridge. But yeah. Oh yeah, when I go back to being Luke. That's right. Yeah. Because I'm Luke Combs. Howdy. Big Deborah, I did not get any pineapple on my pizza.
Travesty.
Listen, I like pineapple pizza, but I can't reheat the pineapple. It's got to be right from the oven, and that's it. Alright, so I can fill from this tank, so that's good. That is good. Besides, actually, I like pineapple on, like, the St. Louis style, the thin crust with the Provel cheese. On regular pizza, it's okay. It's better on the St. Louis style, in my opinion. That's just me. As much of a fan as I am of the pineapple on pepperoni pizza, I haven't had one in a minute. So I guess I need to, like, you know, remedy that at some point, huh? That's okay. In the past, I've actually taken, like, when I have reheated pizza, I'll take the pineapple off. Because there's something about reheating the pineapple I'm just not a fan of. Just not a fan.
So, we still have 29 and 31 to plant.
Yeah, I think we're going to save those for when we fast time.
Okay, and those are to be planted in soy and sorghum?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I'm going to make my way down there to one of them.
Okay, that's fine. We'll
Probably
just...
29.
That's fine. We just have to fast time a day.
Yeah.
Before we can do that. And before we can fast time, well, we don't have to get the fertilizing done technically before we fast time a day. Don't have to, technically. It would be nice, but we don't have to. Because he hasn't even done an outside pass down there yet. He's almost done.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, it's bad.
You don't have to. You can put on that one.
I don't have 2 of those tow behinds, no.
Oh.
I probably should, honestly, because they're the best way to fertilize that big field. Well, maybe I make that happen here in a second. How about that? Because I don't even know. Yeah, that's going to take another hour and 25 minutes. Oh, Oklahoma. That's kind of a long time. Yep, we're gonna make that happen. Because like I said, for some reason the self-propelled, at least the John Deere, won't fill up at the bin in the homestead anymore. And then he just gets, or you know what? I bet I had him set backwards on auto drive, didn't I? I bet I did. Either way, whatever. It's so good. But it's all about the capacity. The shop has several in stock. Do they really? Well, isn't that just nice of them? Okay. Sure. I don't think I changed the colors on it. I don't know. It's fine. For the low price of like $150,000, you two can look like me. Ciao. And I know the drive into the home. Oh, you know what? They could probably go to the south bin down there and fill up. That would probably help out a lot. At the cows. Cow farm. South side. There you go. Sure that won't hurt things. I don't know why these John Deere seeders like sitting in the yard here forever. Oh yeah, it's a beautiful parking job right there if I've ever seen it. Yeah, bet, chat. Yeah, bet. Alright. I'm gonna go grab that and we'll get this guy going down yonder. We'll fix the other guys so they can run the same course. And then what do I have? 2 more fields to fertilize up here? Okay. I don't have to technically get that done, so it's fine. You know, Kimmy, you can probably mow some grass in game day tomorrow. You know, we have your big M.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright, liquid fertilizer. Start this up. Alright, we're gonna change that to 2 once around. Sure. Like our way. Yep. No, set that. Copy. Alright, so that's gonna go to the homes or to the south bin to fill up and then go down there. So then we need to change this guy to the new horse. And we can change him as well to the south side. That's not what I want to do. Nope. Tell him to start there. Oh, he's got to drive to restart. Okay. So that should help that. At least a little bit, I would assume. Let's see. Kimmy, you need a job?
Mm-hmm.
You want to grab the John Deere sprayer and help me fertilize?
Sure.
You can
Is he at the shop?
He's at the homestead in the shed. The big shed, east side of the homestead there.
Okay.
It's the self-propelled John Deere. I don't think it might be full. No, it's empty. It'll be empty. Actually, if you go to the 10 waypoint, I'll send this tanker there. Alright. Tank of fertilizer's going to field 10.
Okay. And I need a tractor.
Oh, it's self-propelled. Don't need a tractor. Should be in the corner of the shed right where you're at. Yeah.
Oh. Oh, okay. I didn't notice that it was self-propelled.
Yep. I got the two tow behinds doing their thing on auto drive. Horseplay. Alright.
I can get fertilizer here at the homestead, can
I? You can, or like I said, I got that tanker going to 10 for you too. Either way. You'll need to refill, so that's why the tanker's there. What is up with this field? That old data that we had to purchase or whatever. Kind of awkward looking. Speaking of awkward, somebody left their cedar in the way.
Oh.
Oh, it's me. Oh, it was me.
Oh, I was gonna say, wait a minute. I took my cedar down to field 29 or 30.
Yeah, hi, it's me.
One.
I'm the problem. What else is new, right? I am the youngest in the family, therefore everything is my fault. Just saying. All right. Are we about to run 2 different size machines in the same field?
Probably. If you want to go somewhere else, go ahead. I can do this one.
That's fine. Gotta fold up.
Huh?
I just gotta fold up. And don't mind it on the map. It looks really awkward. I don't know why. But it looks awful. But it's fine. It'll buff. It will buff. Alright. Fold again. And might as well fill the tank. Always fill the tank. Alright. Get started here in this corner and fertilize these sugar beets. Got 3 fields of sugar beets, chat. I don't really know why, but we do. It'll buff, right?
Should.
I would like to cut a bunch of these beets, actually. We'll have to go through that process. Probably use a mother bin. Because I don't have any fancy dancy mods for cutting beets. So. Yeah. That's okay. And they just sent. Okay. All right. Things on the scanner I can't talk about, chat. Sorry. That's okay. Oh, I heard a good one. The normal scanner that we listen to is like our county fire and EMS. And it was down one day. And so I had what's called Troop C, which is State Highway Patrol.
BBear0313 cheered Dex 100, howdy peeps. Internet adventures continue today. Technician rewired coax from my modem, all the way to the pedestal at the street.
Oh, man.
Things were not thinging correctly.
Dang, Bear. Bear, thanks for the bits. At least you're getting something done from your internet service provider, right? Hopefully things are better. Maybe. That's crazy. But we were listening to the Troop C scanner, which is police. Missouri State Highway Patrol. Troop C is like basically St. Louis and surrounding counties. And there was a report of a vehicle driving on a highway in St. Louis with somebody hanging out of the passenger side window. But the person that was hanging out of the passenger side window was reportedly asleep.
Huh?
How do you hang out of a window and be asleep at the same time? Drugs?
Alcohol, drugs, just stupidity, or
I don't know.
uh,
I don't know. I thought it was hilarious personally.
but,
Yeah, I don't know. We started laughing. We're just like, oh, okay. Not sure how that happens, but no modem restarts since one. It could be Scoot, yeah. I don't know. I was just like, huh? Oh no. Well, hopefully, Bear, that was the issue, and it's not like a mainline issue in your neighborhood, because I know that's our problem here with Spectrum anyway. Like, it didn't matter how many times they replaced our line, because it's the main, but hopefully that gets you. Maybe there was like some squirrel damage or something. Or if it was underground, maybe some mold damage or something was chewing on it. You never know. You never know. Or it just goes bad too, honestly. So hopefully that fixes it for you. Hopefully, Bear. Fingers crossed for you. Because there's not much, I mean, there's other things in life that are worse, but like, it's frustrating dealing with internet. Why is this guy not? What are we doing here, buddy? Is there no... Is this out of liquid fertilizer? Oh my gosh. I can't win for nothing with these fertilizers today, can I? Go there instead, I guess. Goodness me. And that win. I guess we need to make some fertilizer at some point on here. Okay, hopefully that'll do its thing now. Hopefully. Still gonna end up down there helping that field, I have a feeling. Because the sad thing is, once we fertilize that, when we fast time a day, we're gonna have to turn around and herbicide it too. That's not good. Oh wow. Oh wow. Bear, I don't know if you stuck around watching the stream last night after you left, but Dan couldn't join us either. He was getting like the same the same issue you were having, where it would like let him join and then kick him out. So it was kind of a whole thing, unfortunately. Just saying. But yeah, so Dan tried to join us, and then I think he got to the point where Tom couldn't come back in too. Not sure.
So, have they really fixed this multiplayer?
I don't know. I question it, honestly, Kimmy, if they've really fixed it. I mean, it seems like it's gotten better. I mean, Bear's issue last night was Bear's internet issue.
Right.
I don't know why Dan couldn't join us. But yeah, everybody can join Scoot and has no problems. Our Scoot didn't have any problems joining me last night. You have a theory? What's your theory? Is it the mods? Please tell me it's mods, because I'm going to laugh really hard if it is. Although I didn't have any mods on my game. It ain't got no gas in it? What's the theory here, Scoot? Alright, I got my field done. You got your field done?
Almost. I'm on the last.
Alright. Bad. You need more fertilizer over there?
I'm down to 12%, but
Oh, you're done.
I
Okay.
will need some before I go to the next field.
Okay. We're done for now unless we go down and help on the big field.
Oh, okay.
Is right. But we could technically fast time and go
Plant some more.
do some more seeding, yeah. While that's doing its thing.
Alright, I'm finished with this field.
Alright, 10 to 4. Tom.
So, should I just put this back in the shed where I found it?
Actually, you want to get that switched over to herbicide?
Sure.
So go to the silo and you can dump it, and then fill it with herbicide. No. So Tom is in Iowa, Scoot, not Canada. So I don't know if that's necessarily the issue or not. I don't know.
Alright, it's switched over.
Okay, so we can automate that one for herbicide, and then 29, not 39. John, what am I doing? Get that going there. So I guess we'll go fast time a day then.
Okay.
We're not going to hurt the crops. So. With a fast time, I mean, it shouldn't be Scoot, right? Like, or not Scoot. Bear. I mean, I'm on fiber internet. Like, it shouldn't be. I mean, anything's possible. I'm not saying my internet's the best thing since sliced bread, but it's pretty darn good. I mean, it's a new save we were playing last night. Like, it's a whole new thing, and yeah. I don't know. I would say it's gotten better, the multiplayer in there. I wouldn't say it's fixed, though. Like 100%, so.
Okay, so do we herbicide or do we go plant?
If you want to jump into your planter and give me that sprayer, I'll set it up on course play.
Alright.
And get it course play in some of these fields. Because we don't have to fill this up, if that makes sense. Because herbicide barely uses anything.
And we're planting soybeans. Or
Yes.
what?
I don't care what field you want to do in soy and what
Let's
field
see.
in sorghum.
Well, I'm on field 29.
Plant it, whatever you
And
want.
since, sorghum's a low yield, plant the bigger field in sorghum.
All right. Bear, we'll catch you later. Have a good one. Yeah, you tell me what we're planting in which field. Give me. I don't care.
Well, I'm planting soybeans in 29.
All right, 10-4. On my way. On my way. I will have to tab out once in a while to move that guy, but it's fine. All right, so we've got... Oh, dear me. Look at the weeds.
Well, that's why I said, do you want an herbicide or do you want a plant?
Oh, dear me. Oh, goodness. Goodness me. But, you know, honestly, if you get a sprayer, which is what I have going, and, you know, you keep them going from field to field, like, it's not that bad.
I wouldn't suggest going through there.
Right through
Got
here?
stuck on a tree.
I made it. We're good. Now,
Yeah, I know. I started in the middle.
what's your plan of attack for the field here?
Well, do you want to do outside rows and then...
I don't know that we need any on the east side, do we?
Now there's plenty of room to turn around down here.
Okay, I'll throw one over here. And then you need a GPS from there?
Yeah.
Alright, I'll fix your kerfuffle over here.
Okie dokie.
Or whatever you want to call this.
Part that I didn't
What is
see.
this even? Yeah, let me just start in the middle of the pass. It's fine. It'll buff.
As long as it gets planted.
Oh, man. There, it got planted. The only reason you need an end row down here is because I got that fertilizer truck sitting right there.
Mm-hmm.
Although, actually, we're planting soybeans here. We don't need fertilizer.
Yep.
Send him away. Don't need fertilizer. We can send him to 31 instead. Goodbye. Have a good time. Holy cow. You're 32% done with Alaska. Well, Scoot, when are you using that truck you were using last night on mine? Because if you're running an OP truck, you know, you can run through those maps really fast. Just for the record. If you don't ever get stuck in the mud or the snow, then, you know, you can get done real fast, yeah. That's funny. I mean, I'm not accusing you of using an OP truck. Not at all. Sorry, my bad. I would never, Scoot. That truck was running circles around anything the rest of us had last night. Just for the record. And that's why, well, I don't want mods, but yeah. It's fine. It's all good. You get stuck because you take Dan's shortcuts. Well, don't take Dan's shortcuts. Do not take Dan's shortcuts. Most definitely, that's a bad idea. Oh, that tree's going to be a bad idea there, too. And it's also break time, chat. Y'all know that?
Yeah. Did you want to restart the server at break time? Or no?
We might as well, yeah. Honestly. Might as well. So actually, let's stop this then. Yes, and I'll go ride with a sprayer. Where's our other sprayer at? Must be filling. Down here on the field that never ends. Because that's what 32 really is. It's the field that never wants to be fertilized, apparently. Oh, gosh. It's just brutal. Anyway, maybe I'll be back in a minute.
Alright.
All right, chat. I'm gonna take my 3 o'clock break. BRB.